everybody, happy Sunday. I'll just move that up just a tad. I am coming on to do Shannon's giveaway, the fall change giveaway for Shannon, which is Love Me Some Reborn Babies. And first of all, congratulations on your now over 500 subbies. How exciting. And before I answer your question, you can see Zipporah has a red towel here on her head. I just gave her a conditioning treatment. If you saw my last video, I kind of said, oh, her hair needs a little help. I went ahead and conditioned it off camera. I know I did a video a while back showing how I care for my baby's hair, but I'll just kind of do a quick refresher for anybody who's new. I use the conditioner that you can get with hair dye. There are people on eBay that sell, you can order lots of tubes. I just have a box full of tubes of this stuff. And this lasts a long time. This is only my second tube that I've opened for all my babies, including the babies I create. I always condition their hair after I root their hair, like even before their head is attached. And then I give them another conditioning treatment the day they go home. And then I've done my babies a few times. I typically only do my babies like 2 times a year. So it doesn't have to be done often. But that is what I use. It's called L'Oreal Preference, Superior Preference. I'm sure there's other brands. That's just the one I like. And I wet the hair with cool water. And because mohair, I believe, I don't know this to be true and I don't want to find out the hard way, but I believe that there is an art, what is it called? I want to say fleecing, but that's not right. Is it fleecing? Where people make those, oh, I've lost the name. Anyway, I just don't want the mohair to get all stuck together. So I leave the water running the whole time so it stays a constant temperature. I do not rub the hair. I just set this on top of her after I rinsed it, and I just kind of pat it. I never rub it because that would, you know, maybe pull some out or probably not pull it out, but it would create knots, and I don't want knots if I don't have to have them. So let me comb her hair out quickly so it can dry a little bit. So anyway, I will talk about her hair as I go, but I will do Shannon's giveaway right now. It's a really interesting question, Shannon, or questions. I think there were several in there. And you asked about the hobby changing and how we've changed and such since being in the hobby. I will link Shannon's video in the description below. I think it's important if you do a tag to watch the originator of the tag, because it's kind of like sometimes like telephone. I think things get changed. Oh, you don't have a onesie on, my darling. Let me grab her a onesie, ladies. So anyway, I will say that, let me see if that'll fit you. I think it might. 0 to 3. Do I have a newborn? Anyway, in terms of the hobby, a lot has changed, even just in the art form, the realism and the kits that are now being made. The original people who started reborning did not have sculptors making kits. They were working from dolls that they took apart and reborned. So I think that is amazing how they've changed it. And the sculpts just get more real, and you know, as time goes on. As for something I would love to see as an artist and even as a collector, because I would certainly collect this if this were the case. This is something I have pondered, and I had to chuckle, Shannon, when you said you were pondering. I am such a ponderer, ladies. But this is something I have thought about actually for years and kind of looked for. I would love for a sculptor, and I have a few that I would preference this from, but I would love for a sculptor to make a reborn kit of a newborn, and then make that same baby at a variety of ages. It wouldn't have to be, you know, 3, 6, 9, 12 months, but let's say newborn age, then 6 month, then maybe a year, something like that, where they're taking the same, I don't know, bone structure or skeletal structure, whatever that they did for the newborn, and then showing us what that baby would look like several months later. As you all know, babies change so quickly between birth and a year. It's just such an amazing, you know, process to see how they, you know, fill in, their faces get chubby. I mean, some children don't, some children stay thin, but they just change. It's so much in that first year. So I think it would be really fun for a sculptor to, you know, every few months, not they bring out the kits every few months, but create a kit of the same baby, maybe 3 or 4 of that same baby at several months intervals. Does that make sense? I would certainly love that. Where you could, as an artist, you know, change the hair, you know, add more hair, or I don't know. And some of them could be awake and some asleep. I collect both awake and asleep. She has rooted eyebrows that get a little carried away sometimes, ladies. They need a little help there. I should get my eyebrow brush. Anyway, so I think that would be really fun, not only from an artist perspective, but as a collector, because I would certainly be interested in collecting a series of the same baby growing. That would really interest me. There's like fuzz in there. So anyway, that is something I would love to see. Beyond that, you know, I guess I am a fan of full limbs. I know some people like the 3/4 arms. They say that, you know, that kind of, oh, she's got full. That kind of soft shoulder makes them a little more cuddly. But I like it from a dressing perspective if they have full limbs. And then, I don't know. I don't really want to change the process of reborning. I've kind of gone back and forth about trying air dry, but, you know, I learned with Genesis, and so that's kind of my comfort level. I hope she's in camera, everybody. And now that her hair's almost dry, this is the product I put in my baby's hair. Carol's Daughter Hair Milk. And this is the only tube I've ever owned. I just put like this, literally, like that much. Maybe half a pea. And I rub it in my hands and just kind of... You don't need to, it doesn't matter if you get it on their head. They don't have a scalp. It's not like you're conditioning actual skin. It's more for the hair, the mohair. And she's got some wild hair, ladies. But this just kind of sets the curls nicely. I like that product anyway. I'm sure there are multitudes of products out there. But I like how this one works. So I guess from an art standpoint, those would be things I would like. Oh, I was talking about using air dry versus Genesis. I've only ever used Genesis. I have, you know, I know a lot of people now are doing that where they're using powders. And so I've read a lot about that. But I wouldn't want to speed the process up or anything, because I was thinking about that. I'm like, would it be nice? When I listened to Shannon's video, I thought, well, it'd be nice if, you know, I could make them quicker. But really, the journey of making them is so amazing. I guess I really wouldn't want to speed it up. I love the whole process of each level and watching basically each layer of skin come alive. And so I decided to retract that. I don't put anything on her eyebrows, ladies. So there's Miss Zipporah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess, as a community, there's nothing to change. I mean, we are who we are, and if we change anything, then we're not the community that we are. So in terms of the community, I'll just, we just all have to navigate our way through it and figure it all out. Oh, she's so sweet. I need a perch for her. Give her little clowny clown back. There we go. You can see her tiny foot next to Charlemagne's foot. She's a tiny little one, but she's oh so sweet. I don't know if y'all can see her. I don't know what y'all can see. So I hope that answers your question, Shannon. I guess for me, it's more of changing things artistically. And also creative sculpts like Abby and Maya were so fun. I just love how they're sculpted. I don't know if I talked about this. The shape of their head to me is so amazing. Very human-like shaped heads. So yeah, I guess, the realism and then the multiple, same baby at multiple stages of development, I would find fascinating. I grew up in Chicago, as y'all know, and one of my favorite museums is the Museum of Science and Industry. And they have a display there where it shows the cycle of life in the womb of babies. And I think I was about 3 or 4 when I asked my mom if they were real babies, because they looked so real, and they are. They were babies that died of natural causes that were donated to science. And they show them from the very beginning of gestation all the way up to 9 months. And there's even some twins, and it's a very fascinating exhibit. And every time I go to that museum, I must see that exhibit. And I remember crying when my mom told me they were real. It broke my heart that those were real babies. And, at that time, the display was probably 20 or 30 years old. So now, those babies have been there for a long time. And so I don't like her head between laying on the horse's belly like that. Let's see. We got to find a new perch for you, little miss. I know Charlemagne loves to hold you. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Charlemagne just loves Sephora. So anyway, the seeing a baby progress from newborn again at 3 or 6 months, and then maybe 9 or 12 months, that I would think would be really cool. And I would love it to be like twin A and twin B, because they're, like, to me, the perfect newborn size. So to see them progress would be really fascinating to me. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on, ladies. I have not felt well this weekend. I thought yesterday I might have a sinus infection. I felt like somebody was standing on my face, and my face just hurt. So I boiled some water and put some eucalyptus and peppermint in it, and I breathed it in. And that'll open you up, let me tell you. Talk about Christmas in a cup. And then I, cleaned my sinuses and stuff. And I am feeling better today. But obviously my brain is still a little scattered because can't even gather my thoughts. But I really wanted to participate in this because I don't like to watch other people's answers till I've done my answer. And I know there are going to be all these videos up tomorrow. And when I'm, crocheting or whatnot, I want to be able to just watch videos. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, Shannon. Thank you so much. And I liked your video. I have to go back. I think we're supposed to share it. So I'll share your video. Anyway, and I know there's some other tags I want to do. Linda did a cute one about how you got your channel and or nursery name. So I'll be doing that this week. I did pull out some kits yesterday. That's about all I did. That and make chicken soup. And I think I know who I'm going to paint next, but I'm not 100% sure. But I will be making my decision in the next couple days. I have had a few kits that have been, y'all know they call to me. And so I pulled them out and I narrowed it down to, I've got 1, 2, 3 down there. So I'm just kind of waiting to see who says, okay, it must be me. So they're all down there, and this is how I store my kits in these bags, and everything's wrapped. And then I won't show you the other side, but that's where I have the kit name, so I can see. So anyway, ladies, that's what's going on here. Anyway, I do hope everybody's having a blessed day today. And we are a bit cloudy right now. It was sunny earlier. But I've just had a lazy couple days and just kind of chilling and taking care of myself. And anyway, I really need a nap, but it's kind of late. It's 5 something. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, it's 5 minutes till 6. So yeah, it's kind of late. But anyway, everybody, I do hope y'all are having a blessed weekend and stay safe and enjoy your week. Hugs and blessings from us. Bye-bye.